Hello, this is Berani. Brad is here with me,
Hey guys.
and we're back with episode 3 of Alan Wake.
Yes, finally. I've been waiting for this the whole week.
Yeah. There's a lot of talking going on.
So we'll be quiet.
We'll try.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Okay.
Yeah, Barry has, in fact, some interesting detail.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any
Okay.
of the trailers.
That's mysterious.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just fell from the sky.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no curls. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
I included Stucky's rating of these hot dogs from the last episode.
Oh, so when he was
It's a
talking
little
about...
confusing, probably, but
Yeah, it was. So when he talks about cholesterol and that was about the hot dogs?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. His most favorite hot dogs, I think the belly burster. I don't know.
Belly burster. Awesome name.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratchin' Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
This guy from the trailer park manager is so slow.
Yeah, he's some problem with his leg.
Yeah.
Old Vietnam injury or something.
Yeah, probably. Probably a veteran.
Yeah, he's still wearing a camouflage.
Yeah, and
Camouflage. Yeah.
again, I forgot something directly in the first minutes.
So, Thomas Zane, that sounds familiar. I don't know why.
We saw, I think, a shoebox with old books of his.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Probably in the cabin.
Well,
yeah, I
mister,
remember.
this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk
Must
to her,
be.
pal.
So, what was the limping guy's name?
I don't know,
Yeah.
Roland or something.
Randolph.
Randolph, right.
Yeah.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're
Why doesn't he
here.
see the
Rose,
black,
you have my manuscript?
flickering, jittering
Oh.
thing that was on her
Oh,
face?
Yes.
Maybe he's
Please, come
questioning his
in.
own sanity or something, maybe?
Yeah, I think he is.
He should.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes.
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Okay.
Barry! What?
So like a gas leak in the apartment or something?
No, it's in the coffee, obviously.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
You remember Barbara, right?
No.
Back to work, boy.
She's the lady in the funeral dress who gave us the keys at the
Oh,
beginning.
her name is Barbara. Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know her name was Barbara. Yeah, I remember her. She's creepy.
Yeah, Barry was
I
talking
felt
about her
nauseous, hungover,
having a relationship
only
with
anger kept
Thomas
me going.
Zane.
And she
I
died
can't tell
too?
reality
Yeah.
from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises
Reminds me
I
of
can
Misery.
save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story.
Is Misery a Stephen King novel?
Yeah. Have you seen it, the movie, or read the book?
No.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out.
No,
once
I don't
got
know
on the
it.
road.
It's the story of a writer who has writer's block. Or
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose.
Basically the
Something
story
had used
you
her
were
to
talking
get to
about in the
me
beginning
and
of the
left its
Let's
mark.
Play.
no, that's a different
Fresh
Stephen King story.
refills free.
Yeah, I mean,
Milk and sugar on the
when you
counter
said
there.
50% of
Would
his
you
books
like to hear
Yeah.
today's special?
It's always about a
Thank you.
writer. Yeah.
having a
Have a
blockade,
nice
yeah.
day.
But he
Come
has
back soon.
Should
Barry
I
was out of it.
tell now?
He was
Okay, I'll
way
tell
too
now.
heavy to carry.
he has writer's blockade, and he goes out into a cabin in the woods, or he wants to, and he has a car crash,
So,
or his car
hands.
crashes.
Okay.
And he's rescued by this lady played by Kathy Bates in the movie, and this lady is his #1
My gun
fan.
and flashlight were gone.
Ah, yes,
had
I
to
know the
find a
movie.
way
Yeah, and he
to bury
takes
Of
him.
course I know the
yeah,
movie.
and
Yeah.
she
There was
chains
no
him
time
on
to
his
waste.
on the bed and
Yeah.
forces him to write another story.
Rainbow.
Yeah, I remember this movie. It's
That was a
so
smile she had.
it's so
She
evil.
was still
Yeah, it is
sweet.
evil.
Life had tried
When,
so
when
hard
she
to
smashes his legs.
It wasn't any of his
Oh,
business
yeah.
what she did
Yeah.
in her trailer.
Good movie
The
though. I
strangers.
liked it.
The
Yeah, it
writer
is
and his
good.
smart-ass sidekick looked like trouble. and they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's.
It's actually one of the first Stephen King books I read. I had this Stephen King compilation with The Shining, Misery, and what's that book called with the pig's blood?
You mean his
Carrie.
first book, Carrie?
Yeah.
Is it his first book? Yes, right.
I know the story of Stephen King, how he was an English teacher at a high school in Maine, and he wrote a manuscript and trashed it. And then his wife dug it out again and sent it to a publisher, and that was the first book that got accepted. But I don't know if it was
Okay.
Carrie or not.
Okay.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM. Hey, it's Walt Snyder. What's on your mind, Walt? Well,
Walt is the guy we met in prison, who was imprisoned for...
The drunk guy.
Yeah, for beating up his friend and...
Yeah. Okay.
well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
Argument with Danny. You know Danny, and then I get in trouble with the law. You know, and I'm just, well.
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's Danny's my best friend, and they let me bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, you know, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
Yeah, Walt seems extremely desperate.
Yeah, there seems something be going on, right?
Yeah.
Everybody is kind of mysterious acting.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna
What the
get it
heck?
now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl. This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slane!
Bullet time.
Yeah, bullet time.
So, why is he running away?
Basically, because he wants to meet the kidnapper the next day, or this
Okay.
day, or I think the next day.
Yeah.
I hated to leave Barry behind,
Yeah.
but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
But you met Agent Nightingale, the guy which was portrayed in some of the pages we found.
Yes. Yeah, we were talking about Twin Peaks and the...
Exactly, like the anti-picture of Agent Dale Cooper.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. There's this sentence in one of the pages where he says, "I don't like the trees and I don't like the coffee." I think.
Yeah, okay, so that's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's this part in Heavy Rain where you get surrounded by the police and you get the choice to give up or run away.
Okay.
And if you give up, the game, it's game over. But if you run away, you do what the kidnapper says. And
it's game over if you give up.
Yeah.
The complete game is.
Yeah, because you give up and you can't finish the tasks which the kidnapper gives you.
Oh, all right.
And I didn't like that because in Heavy Rain you actually play the FBI agent.
Yeah.
Who's after the main protagonist. And I always think, okay, if you give up and talk to the guy and tell him what's really going on or what you think is going on, he might help you.
Yeah, that's why I'm puzzled that it's game over if you give up. It seems a little strange to me.
Yeah,
not having played the game, but yeah.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Yeah, well, in Heavy Rain, it's always it's always like you have very limited time to complete a task.
Okay.
And if you don't complete it, your son will be killed. So it's kind of understandable that if you give up and you go to...
Okay, that makes kind of sense, yeah. Yeah, I would really love to play this game.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
It's a shame I don't own a PS3.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw a Let's Play of Journey. Do you know the game?
Yeah, I've heard of it and I've seen some of it.
It looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
Just because of that game, I wanted to own a PS3.
Yeah. I mean, if I had the money, I would actually probably have all the consoles for the different games.
Yeah. I like this section because it's kind of a different pace. You have to run away for the first time, really. There's no other choice. You don't have a flashlight. You don't have a gun.
Yeah, it's more like a survival thing.
Yeah, and they implement that many more times later in the game.
Really? Okay.
This kind of scenario.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
What I mean is that you have to run because you don't have a gun. Sometimes you even don't have a flashlight. Which is really nice because, yeah, that makes the game more of a, like you said, survival horror and not a shooter.
Yeah. And you have a more mixed up game style, so it doesn't get boring.
Yeah.
So I am sorry to say this, but I have to go to the bathroom like really bad.
Oh, yeah, let's take a break now.